Hello everybody, I'm Adlaw and today I'll be discussing to you another very important topic of philosophy of education, and that is humanism. The humanism education is quite interesting because we'll be talking about our personal needs as a person. Humanism has something to do with student-centered. Like the teacher here is our facilitator. So the students are encouraged to take control over their education. Just for example, if yung graduate tayo ng senior high school, graduate kayo ng senior high school, pinabayaan kayo ng parents niyo to choose your path or your future career or your future education. Like if you want to take BS nursing, then pinapatake kayo ng BS nursing. Kasi nga you can control your own education. They make choices that can range from daily activities to future goals. Students are encouraged to focus on the specific subject area of interest for a reasonable amount of time that they choose. So, example, if we really love mathematics, then kahit gaanong kahirap pa yung problem, then we will really try our best to answer those problems. That is what I meant by humanism. So, I will also introduce to you one philosopher who really opened my mind as to the basic needs of a human and also our motivation. Gaano ba talaga ka-importante yung motivation sa ating pag-aaral and also sa work natin. Alright? And not just sa work and yung study natin, but also as a person. So if we are more motivated, then we can do more. We can do an excellent job, or we can do an excellent result. We can achieve excellent result. So let me just share my screen this time. We'll just give you a definition. The same with my previous video. I'll focus my discussion with the purpose of this philosophy in education. Another is the role of the teacher, being a humanist teacher, the role of the students, and the purpose of this philosophy to our curriculum. Let me just share my screen. Alright, so I am already here in my presentation. So I will just give you first the definition for us to really understand ano ba yung nasabi ni Sir Rom. So a humanism refers to the perspective that centers on the idea of human nature and how the interests, needs, and values of humans affect motivation to succeed. Alright, that's why based sa ating survey, we have a lot of out of school youth. You know what is the problem? The problem is really the motivation. Alright, yung iniisip nila is yung daily needs lang nila. Nakaka-survive lang sila on that very moment. And some of their parents is sinasabi nila na walang pera na makukuha kapag pupunta tayo sa school. That's why kailangan natin magtrabaho para may makain. So, from there, yung motivation ng mga students is very low. Sinasabi nila na yung education is just lang, and then they don't really understand kung ano yung future niyan sa ano yung future mo kapag nakapag-aral ka. Right. So kasi yung target lang is yung daily needs lang yung ng mga bata. The humanism focuses on how individuals acquire emotions, attitudes, values, the interpersonal skills, and motivation and affect, while rejecting religious beliefs. So if we are humanist teacher, regardless of your beliefs, yung kapag kailangan natin yung isang bagay, example, yung mga foods, yung yung shelters, yung salary natin, ano pa ba yung kailangan natin daily. So yun, it affects our motivation. Kapag mababa ba yung salary mo, motivated ka mag-work given that you have a lot of tasks to done in a day? Or are you motivated na gagawa ka ng project or mga assignment ng teacher, pero on the very first day of your lesson, sinabihan ka niya ibabagsak ka ng teacher? Right. So now, the motivation really matters. So humanism in education refers to the methods in which children are motivated to learn by fulfilling their basic needs as humans. What are the basic needs? We have yung na-mention ko kanina, the foods, yung pamasahe, that is still basic needs. As kailangan mo ng pera, pamasahe para pang transportation, para pupunta ka sa school. Yung mga sinusuot natin, those are the basic needs. You will hear this theory also called the student-centered instruction. All right, like what I've mentioned a while ago, humanism is a student-centered instruction. So now, motivation is the key daw accordingly. If the person is motivated, magagawa niya yung mga bagay na akala niya hindi na magagawa. Yung bang extraordinary yung natatapos niya ng mga tasks per day, nagawa niya yung lesson plan for a week, na nagagawa niya yung mga assignments na binibigay ng mga teachers because of motivation. Alright, before students can learn, they need to be motivated. Kailangan daw natin sila i-motivate. Like, ano yung magiging rewards mo kapag nakakakuha ng perfect score yung bata? Yun ang magiging motivation ng bata. And ano yung magiging punishment nila kapag hindi sila papasa sa 75%? So yan. So they are motivated and they are pressured to really study hard para makuha lang nila yung rewards. So yan. That is basic yung motivation na ginagawa ng mga teachers. We have a lot of motivation na pwede natin i-apply sa loob ng classroom. Example, if kapag na-perfect yung performance task, hindi na siya mag-take ng exam. Yun yung magiging Another is, kapag mag-behave siya na maayos, pwede siyang hindi pagalitan ng teacher. Alright? So, napakadaming motivation na pwede natin sa loob ng classroom. Motivation is what drives as a student to do something. Alright? If they are not motivated, hindi nila magagawa yung mga bagay na pinapagawa mo. So, kaya nga sa lesson plan, motivation, engagement is very important. Kaya nga nilalagay yung engagement or motivation sa first column ng lesson plan mo. Kasi nga, bibigyan mo muna sila ng motivation kung ano ba yung topic all about. Alright? In our case, the desire to learn. So, if motivated na sila, if nakuha mo nila yung attention ng mga students, so ngayon, alam mo na kung paano laruin. And that is where strategies will comes in. Gagamit ka na ng iba't ibang strategies just to achieve your learning objectives. Pero, motivated na yung mga bata. Sinabi mo yung photosynthesis. Ikaw, si teacher, nagsasalita ka lang ng photosynthesis. Pero hindi nila na-appreciate. They are not motivated to learn photosynthesis. And that topic becomes useless. Right? So motivations affects learning and behavior. Kapag hindi motivated yung bata, nakikita mo sa loob ng classroom na hindi sila nakaupo na maayos, maingay sila, nagtatapunan sila ng mga paper, kasi nga, nababago. They are not motivated, they are not interested dun sa topic mo. So motivations comes first. Enforcing the importance of getting our children motivated is the hard part daw accordingly. Pinakamahirap kukunin yung atensyon ng ating mga students. Kasi nga, most especially, etong mga students na unmotivated, like yung pumasok sila sa math, sa science, and sa English, and they will try to compare na, mabuti pa to, ganito, ganyan. Kasi nga, lack of motivation sila kapag math daw, kasi nga, more on numbers. So ngayon, it's a challenge sa inyo, sa atin, kung paano natin sila mapamotivate, given that we are teaching mathematics subject, given that we are teaching science subject or English subject. Alright? So motivation is very important. Motivation is the key to learning and it affects our behavior. Another is the humanists. Ano ba yung humanists? Nasabi ko na kanina. The humanists believe that human will naturally satisfy their basic human needs before interest. Some other students or kayo, hindi naman tayo nakukontento sa bagay na kung anong meron tayo. Kasi nga, kapag kontento na tayo, hindi na tayo motivated sa ano po yung gagawin natin. Right? Kapag meron na tayo ng mga basic needs, kailangan pa natin mag-upgrade. Kailangan natin ng more. Right? More about yung wants mo na yung nasusunod. So, kahit daw yung basic needs lang yung isa-satisfied ng tao is okay na lang sila doon. Yung bata kayo, nangarap kayo na gusto niyo pumunta ng Amerika, gusto ko maging mayaman and so on. Pero, ang basic needs is yung mga basic lang na kailangan natin. if na-fulfill na yun, okay na din yung tao. Kaya nga, nabago yung pananaw natin na okay na lang pala ako dito. Or okay na lang pala na ganito yung buhay ko. Kasi you are satisfied. Right? Iba yung satisfied ka na happy ka, and iba yung meron ka, pero hindi na siya yung mga basic needs, yung mga wants mo, pero you're not happy. Right? Those are not the basic needs. Yung love is also part of the human needs. Yung love, yung care, and even yung mga yung human needs as a male, as a female, yan, it affects daw. The basic human needs or what human need in order to survive. So ano ba yung kailangan mo for to survive? You need food to eat. You need shelter. You need also safety. So in a workplace class, safety is very important. Like, meron ba akong pension pagkatapos ko magtrabaho dito for 50 years? Yan yung isipin niyo. Yun yung mga human needs kasi. And meron pang ibang human needs. And now, I will introduce to you Abraham Maslow. Abraham Maslow opened my mind as to the hierarchy of needs, right? Abraham Maslow is a father or is a philosopher of this philosophy, the hierarchy of needs. Dito pinapakita niya kung gaano ka-importante itong mga human basic needs. So which illustrates this theory of motivation. Motivation is part. So nasa higher level yan siya. Kapag nakukuha niyo muna yung mga basic needs, meron kang ma-achieve na something different. So he proposes 5 basic needs that all humans have, which naturally from the hierarchy. So kapag sinasabi nitang hierarchy, naka-level siya. So anong sinabi ni Abraham Maslow? If you only have a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. Alright? That is according to Abraham Maslow. Titingnan natin kung ano yung hierarchy of needs niya. So first level is the psychological. Alright? Ano ba yung kailangan natin psychologically? We need food, water, shelter, and warmth. Yun ang mga kailangan natin. Those are the superficial. Ano lang yan siya. So that is psychological needs. Another is yung safety. In a hierarchy, safety. The security, the stability, the freedom, or fear. Kapag hindi tayo takot and napupulfill natin, parang we are happy. Another, security. How secure you are in your job right now. Right? That is the second level. So, ibig sabihin, importante siya. Aside from nakakakain ka na or meron kang pamasahe, ang safety is very important. Meron ba ako makukuha pension at the end of this 50 years? Kapag nagkasakit ba yung anak ko, meron ba ako makukunan or ano? So yan ang mga yan yung second level according to Abraham Maslow. So we must see to it that we are stable. Kaya nga some of you are really craving for a government position kasi you are kapag nandun ka na, you are safe na, right? In terms of financial, and you have the freedom and you don't have fear. All right? So I'm not saying na kung saan workplace ka nandun ngayon is, it depends naman sa mo as a person. Pero ito yung sinasabi ni Abraham Maslow. The third level is belonging and love. So kasali pala talaga yung belonging and love. That is friends, family, spouse, and lover. So kailangan daw natin merong tao na nagmamahal sa atin, meron tayong friends na inuwian, meron tayong, family na inunuan, meron tayong friends na kung saan sinishare natin yung mga problem o yung mga success natin. That is the sense of belongingness and love. Right? So it's very important also daw na meron kang magandang friends. Right? Yung mga, yung nag-uusap about self-growth, kailangan daw yan siya. That is the third level of the hierarchy of needs. Next is the self-esteem. This is the fourth level. The self-esteem class is achievement, mastery, recognition, and respect. Alright, the self-esteem, etong kapag nakapasa tayo ng board exam, di ba, tumataas yung self-esteem natin, yun na yung kailangan natin, yun na yung mga human needs. Mga achievements, recognition, respect. Alright, kapag hindi ka na nire-respeto, or hindi ka na nare-recognize given that you have a lot of tasks, then you better move out from that organization already. Kasi nga kailangan mo ng self-esteem. Alright? Self-esteem. And the last one is the self-actualization. Eto na. the wholeness of a person. Like total attitude, ay not total attitude, but self-actualization is kung ano ka being a person. Alright? That includes pursuit inner talent, the creativity, and fulfillment. So if you have this four, then you can achieve the self-actualization, or you are self-actualized. You become creative, you become more talented, mas madami kang na-achieve. Kasi nga, you have this four. Psychological. Pag-uwi ko sa bahay, may nakakain ako. Maliban sa may kinakain ako, after 20 years, meron akong retirement fee. And meron akong family and friends. And meron akong mga achievement. And nire-respeto ako. So, and then, you become now self-actualized. So, I want you to consider this one because this is very important. I'm not saying na kailangan talaga ngayon agad-agad, but it takes time for us to become self-actualized person. Alright? This is, again, according to Abraham Maslow. Kaya thank you to Abraham Maslow para malaman natin kung ano yung mga human needs. Yung mga basic needs pa lang ito ang binibigay niya. 5 levels. Alright? So, next is, I don't want you to watch this video, but I will introduce to you another philosopher that introduces the concept of humanism. If you can still remember, if na-mention na ito ng teacher niyo about Montessori School. Alright, a Montessori School is known for her humanistic teaching method that is used in school all over the world. A humanistic is that inaalaw niya yung bata matuto on their own kasi nga student-centered. The Montessori method is characterized by its emphasis on independence, freedom within limits, and respect for a child's natural, psychological, physical, and social development. So that's why merong nagpo-follow pa din sa Montessori School. Kasi nga you're binibigyan mo yung bata ng freedom within limits, independence, respect for natural, psychological, and physical. The last one is the social development. Alright, Montessori School is best example of a humanism, alright, or a humanist school. Alright, so I think that ends my presentation. And again, the role is really the teacher here is a facilitator. But now, I'm not yet done pala. Inside the classroom, ano naman kayo yung goal natin sa loob ng classroom as a teacher? Your humanist teacher, ano yung pwede mong gawin? This is just, suggestion lang to of being a humanist. It is essential that teachers express interest in each students. Right? Binibigyan mo, if interested siya sa math, pabayaan mo siya. If gusto niya yung math or science, pabayaan mo siya. Pabayaan mo yung bata na mag-express kung ano yung gusto niya. Gusto niya ng art, and it's okay. And humanistic classroom allows students to learn about themselves through activities. Alright. So ngayon, okay na tayo na kapag humanist ka, magpo-provide ka ng iba't ibang activities para lang malaman ng bata kung saan sila mas nag-excel, kung saan sila mas interested. Another is understanding themselves as well as each other creates a safe and positive culture environment. Alright? Safe and positive culture and environment. Kasi nga, sa classroom pa lang, makikita na natin na I am safe na ba ako dito? Secured na ba ako dito kapag nasa classroom ako or hindi? Kaya, one of the mission of every school is to provide safe learning environment for their students. Kung sira-sira na yung ceiling ng classroom nyo, sabihin nyo, I'm not comfortable with this kasi hindi ako secure dito. Right? When the material relates to students, they will be motivated to learn. Ito yung paulit-ulit ko sinasabi. Kapag nakaka-relate kasi mga bata, mas natututo sila doon. Alright? So, what are the pros and cons to this one? The pros is inclusive. Lahat tinatanggap. Lahat ng mga experiences, it's okay. Family respect. And the consequence here is the moral guidance and also the history. So now, my question to you is, All right, I want you to comment down below to give me the answer. What are other pros and cons you think about humanism? All right, so that ends my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you learned something new today, and see you in my next video.